Police in the Northwest Metro say gun violence is at an all-time high. And in the past 2 years, violent crime has increased 24% in Hennepin County. As Sonia Goins shows us, 3 local police chiefs are looking for ways to stop what seems like a never-ending cycle of violent crimes.
The suburbs have a reputation of being calm and slow-paced. Many people live outside the big city in hopes of avoiding problems that often plague places like Minneapolis and St. Paul.
I don't think there's a night when the news isn't reporting somebody is shot or there was a shooting or some kind of critical incident isn't happening in the metro area.
New Hope police are asking for the public's help.
But news headlines paint a picture of the crimes and trauma that have occurred in the Northwest Metro for over the last year.
The crimes are just continuous all over the city.
New Hope Police Chief Tim Hoyt says violent crime has gone up significantly over the last 6 months.
We had a carjacking within our city on our south side, a residential area, and over the last couple of months we've had 2 shootings where a multitude of shots came out, like 30 plus shots at each shooting.
One of those shootings happened October 12th at the Holiday gas station off Bass Lake Road and Nevada Avenue around 2 in the afternoon.
Stray bullets going through our gas station, stray bullets going through back windows of people's cars. Thankfully, nobody was hit.
Chief Hoyt says over 50 bullets were fired.
It's kind of astounding that they're going out in broad daylight and shooting at each other and putting other people in harm's way. And it's happening everywhere.
Across the border in Crystal, gun violence and other serious crimes are also on the rise.
I have never seen the amount of violent crime we've seen in the last 2 years.
Revering, who's also head of the Hennepin County Police Chiefs Association, says since 2019, violent crime has gone up almost 30% in Crystal.
We're not Minneapolis, St. Paul, and that the suburban Hennepin County agencies are seeing that increase as well.
Last May, 2 people fired shots outside a strip mall near 42nd Avenue North and Brunswick Avenue North at 3 in the afternoon. Police think the gunmen were coming from Minneapolis and possibly arguing over a drug deal gone bad.
This is the type of crime that we're seeing every single week and month and day in our communities.
And next door in Robbinsdale, police are seeing the same disturbing trend.
So our violence has increased. From 2020, we had 0 homicides, and in 2021 we've had 2 homicides, which is definitely a concern.
This security video from last February shows a shooting in the 3700 block of Quail Avenue North. The person in the white sedan that you see on the screen starts shooting at the person in the black SUV. The gunman quickly leaves the scene and the victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police don't think the gunman and victim knew each other.
Shootings is up 125%. And shots heard is 111%.
The police chiefs say there are several factors contributing to the increase in lawless behavior. They say some of the crime is spilling over from nearby Minneapolis, and they're pointing a finger at the Hennepin County Attorney's Office.
The Hennepin County Attorney's Office is also not holding people accountable to the level that I think they should.
Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman's bail reform policy went into effect in January. The policy includes 19 felony crimes that prosecutors no longer request bail for.
Stolen vehicles, for example. Folks can go out and steal a vehicle in Hennepin County and not be held for bail. And people know that. And so they're continuing to do it. They're continuing to flee from police.
The Hennepin County Attorney's Office sent CCX News a statement. In part, it reads, "These crimes are low-level, non-dangerous offenses. What that means to the defendant is that he or she will promise to make all court appearances and follow any other conditions set by the judge. With that, they remain free until their next court hearing."
They're getting a slap on the wrist, being released, and then continuing to commit the crime again.
The police chiefs say that the increase in violence is draining officers and resources.
Our cops are tired. The police are tired.
Robbinsdale, Crystal, and New Hope police say that they are dealing with so many incidents that they're having to cover each other's backs more often.
We've always relied on each other, but to the point where we have 6 to 8 cops in each other's cities, and the calls keep coming in.
The 3 police chiefs also meet on a quarterly basis to talk about the uptick in violence.
Our 3 cities are busy, and we're busy with mental health calls.
This year, the 3 cities started sharing a mental health social worker from Hennepin County.
The embedded model, where it's not the co-responder where they sit in a car with an officer. Instead, they do the follow-up on the back end.
Police are increasing patrols in high crime areas. Meanwhile, they're pleading with the public for assistance.
We're not getting folks who are wanting to talk to us or who are too scared to talk to us because of the repercussions.
You know, one of the biggest things is to have them report if they see anything suspicious.
The police chief said that they're worried the violence will continue if the public stays silent and if criminals are not held accountable for their actions.
It's just the pure lack of respect that I feel that pure lack of respect that people are having for each other.
Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.